are the black women in New York? Yesterday, I asked Gen Z if they're enjoying adult because while I am enjoying it, there was just something off about this show and I couldn't figure it out. And after reading some of their answers, I realized that it is just white New York fatigue. When I say white New York, I'm not saying I can't follow stories that feature white people because I very much enjoy watching white shenanigans. Y'all are a mess. What I'm tired of is seeing sitcoms set in New York, especially ones that are supposed to be very diverse, that don't prominently feature black women, especially when the script uses so much of our slang. And as I got further into this show, it's definitely really funny, and I think it's only going to get funnier. This is not a new critique. This is definitely a conversation that came up during Girls, in which they answered by giving us a couple episodes of Donald Glover. And in retrospect, even Broad City was put against the fire, especially with Alana's character, who used a lot of black women AAVE and didn't have any black women as main characters. I think the most tragic part about our absence in these types of sitcoms, not just that they're using our language, but that we are genuinely very funny. And that's highlighted in shows like Grand Crew that was criminally cut short, where Nicole Byers and Gracie Mercedes were the comedic backbones of the show. And obviously, of course, in shows like Insecure, where most of the cast are comprised of black women, we're able to see not just our comedy overall, but how we contribute to society, how we navigate different worlds, particularly with white people, which in New York, we talk to white people so much. And even though this show is supposed to highlight Black LA, there's a plethora of white and non-black reoccurring characters. And there's so much comedy to be had, especially in shows like Adults, where the backbone of it is not just inclusivity, but also putting a lens on performative non-black activism, or even how misogyny plays into black men and how they interact with black women. All of this can be explored in a very funny way, and I think that that's something that's missing even to this day. And what makes me really sad is that when I do see things like that, it's not set in New York. Common rebuttal to this argument, which I've heard since Friends and Seinfeld, is that these shows don't take place in predominantly black neighborhoods. That explains the absence of black women. When the show is in a predominantly black area, we are sure to include our white counterparts because especially in big cities like Philadelphia, New York, LA, there is no place that is homogenous. Perhaps if there was a show set in Miami or Atlanta, that would be the case, but definitely not New York City. Listen, this is me mostly being a hater and ruining fun because I love all three shows, and definitely Adults is getting better and better as I go through. It's just a cause that I hold dear to my heart as a black woman in entertainment, especially when that's funny, y'all. I'm funny. I have a lot of white friends, and it's sad that in their New York, I don't exist. But tell me, what are your thoughts on all of this?